very first nightmare, a dream journal story. Chapter 7, My Greatest Foe. I travelled from the Great Octagon as a group now, fanned out and reading the walls forever still, when we came to the next open area. The walls were made from what looked like giant noodles of stone moving in waves around the central floor, the waves becoming larger as the walls got higher. There were eye-shaped holes that were glassed in a crystalline matter the colour of citrine, and you could see through to the walls on the other side. This place I named the Citrine Circle was like the Great Octagon in that it had no writings on the walls, merely symbols and tessellated patterns. One main difference was that it was larger by 3 times at least. Above, more time had passed. The constellations in the sky described a battle of opposites. One set of stars was attacking another set, which was its equal and opposite, one good, one evil. I turned around to look at my surroundings a little more. A heat haze shimmered as I did so. Then, as if I was looking into a mirror, there I was, staring back at me. I chuckled and looked to my doubles, who each stood before themselves, having the same sort of deja vu moment, when without warning a blade sliced from my throat. I dodged backwards. My hands instinctively hit the ground tips first, and my legs came up one after the other as I completed the backflip handstand. I felt as my toe hooked the butt of the blade from my assailant's hand, and I listened as it spun through the air. I came to rest in a sideways stance ready for battle and took the blade from where it spun. Around me, all the different versions of myself battled their evil counterparts, none able to gain the advantage. This realization that their strengths were cancelled out by each other led naturally to the idea that I must use their opposites to defeat them, as the stars had predicted. And so the pairing of opposites began, as I worked out in my mind who would best suit victory over another. Some were obvious, some less so, yet all had a weakness, for without weakness there can be no strength. Even with the pairing of opposites, the battle could never have been won. The fact that these opposites must exist on the same plane was very apparent to me now. As time after time, no victory had been wrought, and so as a group, doubled once more, we moved ahead, aware of the other, but not in constant conflict with it. As always, the great black void still rolled after me. Yet around these great challenges, it respected my need for respite from its pressure. It was at this moment I noticed the demons who attempted to claw their way through the walls of crystal. I could see them now. I had seen the dark side of myself, and in the sky far above, the pure white wings of angels could be seen circling in figures of 8, who took the place of the stars I had seen earlier. I listened carefully to the softly spoken words of the angels, through the chaotic ruckus of the demons who ached to breach the walls and swarm around me and my allies to tear flesh from bone and feed upon my very soul. I heard their cries for fear. I heard their shouts for pain and anguish. I heard their screams for greed, jealousy, and power. I heard, but did not listen. I listened to the angels above as if I heard the voice of an old friend who imparts his wisdom before he dies. I listened clearly, and I heard what could only be described as the answer to the question of life and death, of good God and evil devil. I listened, and it felt like a balm that heals all wounds. I knew at this point the battle of the opposites had been won. To be continued in Chapter 8. Pull yourself together. Thanks for watching.